All right. So that hopefully should have fixed everything. Sorry about the inconvenience, everybody. That was annoying as hell. Just bear with me here. Trying to get some things still set up. Okay. That was stupid. I'd explain what happened, but that was just stupid. Second time's the charm. No, King, it's so Sons of the Forest, it's kind of a known thing. Hey Henry. Good to see you, buddy. With Sons of the Forest, it's kind of this like known thing with players that every time that you try to leave the game like crashes. And it's super annoying. Hey Henry, I already said hey, but it's your favorite game. I didn't know that Sons of the Forest was your favorite. Dude, good on you. Sons of the Forest is legit. All right, 2 seconds. I'm launching another fresh playthrough, and then this time I'm not going to be an idiot. And we're going to focus on getting some things very early on instead of being an idiot. So dumb. So dumb. Still kicking myself for what happened. Because that was legit so dumb. All right, YouTubes are... I'm going fast now. Getting that done. We pop out the chat. And then I got to go back to the horizontal, and pop out that chat. 2 seconds. Love the music. Love the music. Isn't that crazy, King? I want them to get it fixed, but like I'm not going to complain about this game because I love this game so much. It's like I use Adobe software to edit a lot of our videos. And Adobe software crashes on you a lot. Well, you are a very fortunate soul there, Henry. It doesn't crash that much on my laptop. It's just on the PC that it crashes out on me. But either way, we'll get into it right now. Let me just pull it open right now. Blah, 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 blah. New game. Normal. Let's do it. Let's get it done. But yeah, for some reason, and this has happened since like early access days, every time that I play Sons of the Forest, whenever I go from an active play to like a new play, and so like when you click the restart, it basically it's a new game, right? It crashes the game, and then I don't know what happened, but that time that I crashed the game, it also crashed Streamlabs too, and so I have no idea what happened. So sorry about that, guys. My apologies. Found something about your PC from before your motherboard fried all of it. What'd you find out? What did you find out? Because that's pretty interesting. I like hearing those stories. I don't like actually, let me rephrase that. I don't like hearing that computers blow up and stuff like that. Like, that sucks. I'm sorry you're dealing with it. But at the same time, I'm very happy that that you figured out what caused it. But man, that's unfortunate. But anyway, now for the longest intro loading screen of all time. There we go. You have been using your internal graphics the whole time when you had a GPU. That'll do it, man. Depending on what games you're playing, that'll do it. Yeah, that's one thing that always catches me is because I have an NVIDIA driver in this machine, and the auto update on their drivers for some reason just doesn't work that well, and it's not that reliable. And so I typically, like when we launch new games, especially on like release day of like a major AAA title, this computer should be able to handle it. Like it benchmarks for games properly. Like the brand new Assassin's Creed that just came out, Assassin's Creed Shadows, this computer benchmarked perfectly for it. And then I went to play it on release day, and man, that was one of the worst experiences I've had in a long time, because it was like I was getting 20 frames a second. It's ridiculous. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I am fucking sorry, King. I am. I am very sorry. I am sorry for the inconvenience. My apologies. That was the most aggressive apology I've ever done in my entire life. For that? What? Huh? How you doing, 17? Yeah, I know. 17 and I were even talking about going after the infected broodmother today in Grounded. And it was just kind of one of those things where I went to click on it right before the stream, and I was just like, I don't want to do Grounded. I want to play the sequel. I want to play Grounded 2 already. I don't want to play the first one anymore. I'm still gonna, because I've yet to release like an actual base build in that one. Either way, I'm glad. It's okay. It be like that sometimes. But yeah, so thank you guys. I mentioned at the beginning of the last stream, which just crapped out on us. Thank you guys very much for helping us break 1,300 followers on TikTok. And it looks like we're going to break 2,500 followers or subscribers here on YouTube within about a week or so. So thank you guys very much. Subnautica 2? Probably, Bob. Probably. I think our other streamer, Jay, he might be doing Subnautica too. I need to talk to him about it because he played the first one a lot more than me. And so, yeah, maybe. Hey, what's going on, Assassin's Creed videos? Good to see you, buddy. My favorite DreamWorks movie. Man. Is WALL-E DreamWorks? Because I'm going to say that my favorite DreamWorks is WALL-E, unless WALL-E is not DreamWorks, and I'm thinking it's something else. But either way. When does voting end? Yeah, tomorrow. Master of Food got you on that one. Is the Sub-Mansion still alive? The Sub-Mansion still stands, but I need to redo a lot of it. Major Killer. I don't know why I always do that. Major Killer still has his room, but now we need to make a new room for like Matt Reagan and 17 Dragonfishes. And I don't think we have any associate members. I need to check. Whoa, I always forget that I can do that and pop the light off or pop the screen off. Well, I'm very, very sorry to hear that, Henry. I hope that it gets fixed, man. Like, I truly hope that you can get your motherboard fixed. Have you watched DreamWorks and Aardman? No, I don't think I've seen Flushed Away. WALL-E is Pixar? I thought it was like a Pixar DreamWorks collaboration or something like that. I need to double check about like what movies there are. Because I have a kid and I see a lot of like animated films these days. And so I need to double check it, but I don't think I've ever seen Flushed Away. That's a new one. That's definitely a new one. Oh, the game's starting. I hear the helicopter. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's not be dumb this time. Focus on what I always tell everybody in this game to focus on. Damn, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, Henry. That's so unfortunate. Like, that's really unfortunate. My favorite character of all time? That's hard, dude. I don't know if I could, like, simplify it into one. Nice! I need to catch up on Walking Dead. Yeah, I see that, King. It'll catch up. It'll catch up. I'm gonna blame Sons of the Forest. It's like I wanted to stream this game because it was gonna be easy. It's not easy. Hang on. Sounds good. Man, I can't even like use my Windows key right now. Hang on. All right, there we go. My cursor just became available again. Did the game just crash again on me? Because this is ridiculous. What's going on here? I wouldn't be surprised if someone's chewing on my Ethernet cable. Hey, stop chewing on that cable over there. Lawn mites. Yep. There you go. Good grounded reference. Appreciate it. All right, so I got my cursor back, at least. So we're making it happen. I have actually watched My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. My kid is a big fan of My Little Pony. And so, yes. For the record, I feel like I need to tell this every single time. She used to say that her favorite was Applebaum or Apple whatever it is, but now it's Twilight Sparkle. What is going on here? This is like the slowest I've ever seen. Finally pulling up now. Hang on. The game's actually pulling up. That's why I should have played Grounded. Probably. All right, I'm going to try to keep it going, though. Hang on. I'm going to try to keep it going. Get rid of this screen in just a second here. I'm gonna make it happen. Like, I'm definitely going to make it happen. Eventually. All right, come on. I at least see that the feed's getting a little bit better. So just bear with me here. I don't know why my computer does not like this game today. It's trying so hard. You're probably right about that, Master of Food. The sad thing is I know that it's going to catch up very, very quickly as soon as it does. Come on, wake up. Just sitting here trying to be patient at this point. And I don't even know if you guys can hear me because I can see that my image is all screwed up. Oh, did we release it? Did it release finally? Hang on, it might be releasing itself. It's the curse. It's the curse of the big goopy spider. I appreciate that one. I appreciate that a lot. Oh, okay. So at least you guys can still hear me. That makes me feel better. As I said, this will get better as soon as it stops trying to load everything and it gets to like player control, which is going to be in just a second here. Just gotta be patient. Come on now. To be honest, I've been having a lot of issues with Streamlabs lately. Oh. Apparently we've already jumped to the getting shot part. I'll take that. Looks like we got beach start again. It's all catching up. It'll catch up once we get to Giano. Like it'll definitely all catch up here. All right, so you finished it yesterday. You got a nice base. What should you do now? That's hard. See, that's one of the things that I have against Sons of the Forest, because it's a great game. It's one of the best games, but at the same time, it's there's not much replayability unless you just want to keep building bases and things like that. And so I'm hoping that they add replayability into it very, very, very soon. Like a DLC or something, like a horde mode or something along those lines. So we'll see. Oh man, it's so aggravating watching this scene, and it's like still having issues, but it's slowly getting better. I told you guys, we just gotta be patient, and it is slowly get better. Ridiculous. Oh, Sons of the Forest. See if I can actually get out of here now. All right, there we go. It's trying to work with me. It's doing its best. All right, third one's the charm. It's the rule of threes in game development. And if you're not familiar with what the rule of threes is in game development, it's exactly what it sounds like. The rule of three in game development is basically something should only take 3 times because a player is going to think that they're doing something wrong after the 3rd time. Okay. So we have made it to the beach. It's going to take us just a little while longer, and we'll be through this nonsense. And then as soon as the world, like the game loads, everything's going to start working again. I'm going to try to skip the next cutscene too. It's Curse of the Big Goopy Spider and the fact that it's also like 100 degrees right now outside. It is cooking in my office. Just keep waiting, just keep waiting. At least we have this nice, peaceful, like, calm music happening. Or not music, but ambient sound. Alright, so I was at least able to skip that. So now the game just has to load and we'll be able to fix it. Ridiculous. I own several fans too. I wish there was a ceiling fan in this office, but there isn't. No ceiling fan, unfortunately. See, the game's immediately working now. Like it was literally just during those cutscenes. And so everything is working. I'm gonna let everything kind of resync real fast before I get moving. But like everything is now working. That took a ridiculously long time. And I'm gonna take some time kind of in the next few moments here to keep everything slowing down. But that was just insane. Ridiculous. Thank you guys for being patient. I appreciate that. Just back here with Kelvin now. Alright, so we're not going to screw around. We're not going to go after any tribals today. Again. Because I actually want to get some progress done. But anyway, let's go ahead and write our little note to him telling him to follow us. There we go. Pin it on his shirt like he made a mistake at school. All right, cool. So Kelvin's going to follow me. As I said, I'm going to go really slow early on because of how ridiculous that was with the loading. And so just sit tight. Yeah, that took way, way, way too long. It looks like I'm getting the exact same loadout that I did last time around, which is kind of cool. Decent amount of just miscellaneous junk. That one medicine was nice. I'm glad that they at least give you that. All right, let's go ahead and open up the inventory. There we go. Okay, so now that this is getting started, we're going to just kind of head straight over to, let's see here. Probably didn't need to equip that, but oh well. Just reopen this, and then I need to pull out my, my map again. There we go. Okay. And with that being said, now we can start actually moving. I wish I could resync the stream because I'm about like a minute or so ahead of you guys. So I wish that I could get things back to normal. I'm hoping that it like, sometimes it clears that stuff up during ads and stuff like that. So just hopefully it'll fix itself. Just sit tight. Bats. See, that scared me last time, but they didn't get me this time. Alright, so is this... That's actually... No, I need to go all the way over there. Like, my favorite early melee weapon, I forgot, is, like, right next to the beach spawn. It's kind of a pain to get to, but it's worth it. And so we'll go to it right now. But let's have these meds in the meantime. But yeah, the big thing that I need to get focused on is just getting armor, which requires cloth. And cloth is pretty easy to find, but early in the game, for some reason, it always takes a little while to get several pieces. But either way, we're heading over. There's a camp all the way over there on the other end of the beach from the spawn. And it has one of the best early weapons in Sons of the Forest. It has the machete. And then above that on the cliffs, if I remember correctly, it's been a while, but up on the cliffs there, I think there's a hang glider. And so if I can get those two things early on, it drastically changes Sons of the Forest gameplay. You guys ever use the, what's it called, the slingshot in this game? Because that's one of those weapons that, like, I always make or always get, and I never use it. But it's like the first projectile weapon that you get. Man, more lag. Come on. Stop being laggy. There we go. There we go. All right. So onward. As I said, I think there's a hang glider up there somewhere. I think it might be right there. I think that's what's up there on the edge. But we'll see. That camp with the red smoke is where we're heading right now, though. Such a gorgeous game. And as I said before we ran into all those crazy lag issues, probably one of my favorite games released in 2025. Definitely some bugs to it, but nothing that prevents me from playing it. These just oysters. Delicious. What up, bud? You can die now. Your purpose in this game has been met. Macy didn't light himself on fire with that. Just don't even check the body. There we go. Look at that beauty. There's the machete. As I said, probably my favorite weapon in the early stage of this game, because it's not much faster than the small axe like that you get, but I don't know. I've always found it to be a little bit more rewarding. Little miscellaneous junk here. I would love if you could pull like a Project Zomboid and rip apart like sleeping bags or something like that for additional supplies. All right, so I'm not seeing a hang glider pop up on my map here. And so we'll go ahead and huff it the rest of the way here. Nice. Nice. Way to get the shovel, buddy. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I thought there was a hang glider over here. There's a golf cart up that way. Golf carts typically mean like human, non-cannibal locations. And you can find like a lot of good supplies around the golf carts. That's awesome, dude. I'm so happy you found the shovel. That was one of the first tools that like I actually had to look up online how to find in this game, just because of the sheer amount of nonsense trying to find the shovel, and like understanding how to do the caves in which order in this one, because like the forest, all the caves, most of the caves are intertwined. They're like all connected together, and so if you do one cave, there's a good chance that you're going to see all of the caves done, right? Or you'll be able to get to all of the caves, including the ones that you need to find. Sons of the Forest is a little bit different, though, because you have to, like, your character has to go into one-by-one caves, and the caves are more like Skyrim dungeons in this. Like, you go all the way through it, and then after you're all the way through the cave, then you run into this situation where you don't have to like double back all the way through. You like blow a hole in the wall and then you can escape through a different way. And so I call them Skyrim dungeons because Skyrim's the first game that I can think of that actually did that, where you didn't have to like backtrack all the way through. The caves are full of scary mutants. I remember the first time that I played the forest. I don't even remember if it was on a live stream or not, or if I was just checking it out for myself. But the first time I played through the forest, I want to make sure my graphics are still on low because I'm getting way too much frame rate issues. But yeah, see, it reset itself to ultra. That's why I've been having so many issues. But yeah, the first game, I remember the first time I found the lawyer cave. Holy hell. That is a ridiculous time when you first find the lawyer cave. Like, insane. All right, so you see the camp there? Gonna avoid it this time. Not gonna deal with cannibals. But there they are over there. Sons of the Forest is nice. I do like Sons of the Forest. Personally, I think like the building is so much better because they knew how many people appreciated the building in the first one. And so they spent so much time. I agree with that too, Master O Food. That's something that's very unique about the Forest and Sons of the Forest enemies, is because it's all humanoids and cannibals and things like that. Like there's a level of terror that a lot of other horror games can't achieve, and I've always really appreciated that. Yeah, they sound kind of ridiculous in the first or in the second game. Valid. I remember the first cave that you experience Armsy in. Very unique. All right, hey, we got a Night 5. Hate this thing. I hate that thing so much. I'm not going to take it. I have destroyed so many body parts on that. Just grab all this loot real fast. Wish the spiders would actually bite you and stuff like that. I agree with that too. They were one of the first communities that let us start posting content in their Discord before we like meet the criteria for subscribers and stuff like that. Super nice people. So not the camp that I was hoping to find. That one has a Night 5, but it doesn't have anything that I really want. I'm looking for the modern axe, which is around here somewhere. So the world has to re-render to the new graphic settings that I just put on. And then after it does that, we shouldn't experience these frame rate issues anymore, but I'm trying to go slower for a little bit. There's a moose over there. I've built a base over here before. Don't like this location. It was one of the first locations I ever built in, and it is not a good one. That is 100% accurate, Master of Food. Oh my god. Like, yeah, Armsy and Legsy in this sound ridiculous. All right, let's pull out the map again. Heading this way. Yeah, I am seriously hoping that they add in a DLC, which, like, I don't normally say for games. Like, I'm just like, no, package it all together. But for this, no, I truly wish that they would put in, like, a new DLC or something along those lines. Like, it's such a good game. But we posted a video about the artifact the other day, and somebody commented on it. They just go, Sons of the Forest is such a good game, but it fell off so hard. And it's true, because they haven't been updating it the way that it deserved. They added, like, boats and stuff like that, which is unfortunate. Which, yeah, they stalk you before they attack you, and the whole fear mechanic is one of those hidden features in this game that a lot of people don't understand. But, like, if you take a decapitated enemy's head and hold it up, like, in front of the enemies, they'll get scared of you and they'll run away. Like, so these enemies are more afraid of you than they are of themselves. Oh, this is maintenance A. So there's not really going to be anything here, just maybe some stuff in these golf carts. Yeah, this is maintenance bunker A under there, but we don't have the shovel yet. If I remember correctly, hang on, let me go over here real quick. Because as I said, I'm still looking for that modern axe. I have enough explosives to get through the rebreather cave. You only need 3 explosives. But it would be cool to actually have some better weapons too. Oh no, I like how they kind of adjusted Sons of the Forest from a horror perspective, because they did make it more accessible. Like, it wasn't as terrifying of a game. Yes, Sons of the Forest is a very intensive game for the graphics. I'm playing on low right now. It'll clean up very, very shortly. But yeah, it's a pretty intensive game for the graphics, that's for sure. It also depends on their quote-unquote rank, too. Because, like, you're not going to scare a chieftain, like one of the tribe chiefs or whatever. But you definitely are going to scare some of the lowbies. Yeah, I know, it's lagging. It's all good. It does that a fair amount when we play Sons of the Forest. I might switch over to my backup camera soon. Just because it's being like this. Really, I just have to wait for the world to re-render a little bit more. There's a tribal over there that we'll avoid. No point in setting them off right now. They can just watch me from afar. Wait, hang on. Let me catch up on YouTube. And then also, I wish that they had a worm in Sons of the Forest. You know what I mean? Like, I miss the worm. That was such a base-destroying enemy. And I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't have removed it. They did themselves a big disservice there. Yeah, I don't even know what NVIDIA card I have. I need to actually reopen my specs. But yeah, it was definitely not a fun one on launch day. And then they released a few patches and it got better. They should add an AR and a longsword. I agree with that. A longsword in this game would be epic. Well, there you go. See, that's what I enjoy about the first game. There's some terrifying moments. Like the first time that I played that game, I spent the night for the first time. And I built like a little like cabin or whatever on the first day, and I was all proud of myself. And so then I get into the game, and I shouldn't have been that proud of myself, because it like I got attacked, or I didn't get attacked, but like somebody came up right next to me and scared the hell out of me. Wait, what was horrifying, Henry? What traps are there in this game? There are some really cool ones. There's like my favorite one's called the Fly Swatter, which is kind of exactly what it sounds. It's just a giant like mat that comes flying down on top of them. I'm looking for red smoke because I feel like I'm in the area of the modern axe, but I might be way there. There, hang on. This might be what I've been looking for a while. Yep, camp along the bank here. Pretty sure this is what we were looking for. Turn off that. I said turn off. There's the axe. Modern axe. Okay, you can die. Your purpose in this game has been met. Yeah, there's some really cool traps. Hang on, I'll open up my book in just a second. Just finished getting a couple of these things. So this is the Improvised Survival Handbook 3rd edition. And then if I go to this mode, then I go to traps. So you got small animal trap, fish trap, bone maker trap, fly swatter trap. The bone maker is cool because it kills them and then it also lights them on fire. So that way it literally makes bones. There's the spring trap, the hokey pokey, which is just a giant wrecking ball a la Miley Cyrus. The silent alarm, the leaf trap, and then explosive trap, Molotov tripwire, and then there's a few more too. The happy birthday? I'm not familiar with this one. I might need to go back and see what you're talking about. Oh, what's this? Who's Jack Holt? That's me. That's me, sir. Be very afraid. Smash that laptop. Smash that laptop like it owed me money. I love the turtle shell trap. Like, just launching the mutants into the air is so satisfying. I love it so much. Alright, so that was actually kind of cool to see that we're already collected a good amount of stuff here. Let's check over here. Okay, those are C4 bricks. So that's what I'm full up with right now. I have way too many C4 bricks. So 2 seconds. It's a hidden blueprint, the turtle shell trap. Well, no, that's the hang glider launcher. There's a single trap, and I don't know if you've seen it, Henry, but check it out. There's a single trap in here. That's the turtle shell. Oop, yeah, there it is. It's the spring trap, and it does the same thing as the hang glider launcher, but about 4 times less. Okay, so I do need to craft some stuff real fast. Do we have enough money? Have I gotten enough money? I don't think I've collected any money yet, so I can't do anything with these C4 bricks yet. But we can make some other tools. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start off by making ourselves a bow, tape, and where's my rope? There it is. Ah, wrong button. Oops. Oh, you're talking about the happy birthday. Okay. That's probably why I've never seen it, because I have not played I have not played the original Forest that much. I've only played it a few times and I've only beaten it once. And so, okay, that makes sense. The Bowmaker trap seems like a waste of stuff. It kind of is. I've only used it like once or twice in like a couple builds, but that's really it. Oop, that was one too many sticks. Then we need one of these, and then what was it? My knife. That's a good point, too. That is a very good point. I guess I didn't need to craft a spear. I could just eventually pick a bunch of those up. All right, well, we got enough leaf armor, or 2 pieces of leaf armor here. We got 20. There we go. Oh, it's too many, but whatever. Starting to actually do it. What up, Down Bad? How you doing? Alright, that's good enough for now. I need more cloth before I can really do anything. Yeah. Didn't mean to take those. Meant to drink this soda. I should stream the Forest. That'd be fun. It's been a while since I've played. I went in just recently to get some footage of the sap collector in there for our last video on tools, and it reminded me of how much fun it was, because like yeah, that was just a creative, peaceful playthrough that I was doing there, but it was super fun. I want to do Phasmophobia with Major Killer again in VR. Like that was so much fun too. This is not survival mode. This is actually this is the story mode. And so yeah, this is 100% the story mode. Just started a fresh playthrough because it's just been so long. Yes, I know. I'm like right on top of them. Okay, let's go ahead and just put the GPS away because that was an annoying beep. We got some fun games that we're going to be streaming and putting content out this week. We got 2 co-op games that we're going to be doing a lot of content for. One is called Dreadline, which is like a horror co-op fishing game. And then we're also going to be playing Card Shop Simulator, which I'm pretty excited about because I do Pokemon cards and stuff like that. Wait, what, Down Bad? I'm confused. Got me a flashlight. Cool. All right, so next up, we got to head out this way to the water and go get that one. And then we got to go back to our beach cave before we can get into number 3. But so in heading to this one, I see you over there. I need to find a hang glider. Oh, of course I know how to activate the console commands. That's how we've done quite a few of the builds that we have out on our YouTube channel. Is a lot of them are just console command builds. Oh yeah, what mode? This is just normal mode. Down Bad. Now the question is, are you asking me? Because I can show you how to activate the cheats. I'm not going to use any on this playthrough, but I can easily show you how to activate them. This is Sons of the Forest Max. All right, so I need to go down and get our pistol. That's kind of a big thing that we need to get is the handgun, because that's like the next step before we go into our cave. But there's a couple tools that I want to grab first. And so we're going to go up here. Yep, doing the story. It's been so long since I played. I figured if we do the story, it would probably work out best. Okay, so that's not... Yeah, it's been a minute. I have to think. Okay, this is not the cave that I'm hoping to find. Let me go this way. Let me at least just get the item in front of this one. But there's a couple things that I want to get from this area. Actually, yeah, no, this is not the one that I was hoping to find. Yes, sir. That's right, Henry. Man, I haven't heard somebody make a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang reference in a long time, Master of Food. All right, there's the slingshot. A little bit more cloth for some armor. You hate yourself for recognizing that? How great. How great of a movie it is. What a great classic that one was. I'm probably going to show my kids that in the next couple of days now because it's on my mind. All right, well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and keep chopping down some of these leaves so we can keep with our armor production. There's 20, 30, 35, 40. Let's get 50. There we go. There's at least 50. All right, so next up, we're heading to this cave down here. And I think, hang on, I think there's a hang glider over this way. Just need to look for it. But I think there's a hang glider somewhere on one of these cliffs. Again, that would be like the cool find because there's a way that you can get to the the handgun without having to swim in that shark-infested water, which is so much fun. Not swimming in the shark-infested water, I mean. And I'm hoping that we got enough cloth here to finish all of our armor, but I think we're missing a couple pieces. If I'm trying to count it in my head, and I think I'm off. It's a little tribal camp over there. Let them be for a couple minutes. No point in going after them until they start going after me. Unlike what I said last time. That's how it is with me too, Master Food. I actually have had several toddler songs stuck in my head for months at this point. And I'm talking like songs from like The Wiggles and Miss Rachel and Blippi and stuff like that, which I mean is great. I have a kid. It's fun. I like that music, but I don't want it stuck in my head. You know what I mean? Oh, I know, Down Bad. I know. You know what? Actually, let me switch to the other one. It's going to take a minute. Put 2 seconds. I might as well. You're not the first person that's told me that my camera is also lagging. And so I can at least save some bandwidth here. Oh, all right, 2 seconds. Where's my webcam folder? Webcam, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then video capture device. There we go. Thanks for 2455, by the way, guys. Appreciate it. All right, let me just turn on the other webcam. Sometimes it likes to activate, and sometimes it likes to suck. And so let me see if I can get it to activate. You don't see my camera lagging? Well, that's good. That's good, I guess. Come on now. Try to unplug it. Plug it in again. I have a 4K webcam. And then I also use a DSLR, like actual camera up there. And so it's looking like... Man, it's looking like I need to reinstall the driver. That's unfortunate. Two seconds. Talk about a technical issue stream. That's what I get for going off of my normal schedule, right? All right, let's try that input. Let's try that input real fast. See if we can get it recognized there. No, hang on. Are you actually letting me pick up on this camera right here? 2 seconds. My camera's gonna disappear probably. There it is. All right, there's my other camera. Let's get it turned on. Yeah, there it is. Hi. Whew, look how green my eyes are. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Talk about terrible color quality. Disgusting. Disgusting. Hang on, let me change the other color space real fast. Nope, that didn't do anything. 601, is that going to be better? Nah, 601 isn't going to be any better. All right, whatever. Let me just switch it to default. 2 seconds, and close. All right, there we go. Sorry. So that's the perks of having two webcams, right? Like, we're able to actually fix things up like that when we need to. Get TikTok back on the screen. 2 seconds, y'all. Bruce is nice, though. Yes, he is. Bruce is very friendly. All right, let me check up on everything. All right, cool. And it's working better. You guys can see it better. I like that. I like that. I looked down at my monitor, though, and I just saw a little bit of a frame rate thing, so hopefully it gets a little bit better. All right. In the meantime, we're heading over to this cave. That's what we're doing. This is one of my favorite base building locations. You have to do it in survival, or you have to clear out the cannibal camp that's right next to it, though. But build on the lake. This is the location that I did that castle build on. And so the castle that takes up the entire lake, this was the lake that one's on. I know. I look very yellow. Hang on, I can fix that. Alexa, turn the office lights white. Yeah, there we go. Just get some natural color in here. And now you guys know what kind of system I use. There you go. I took Spanish in high school. I cheated my way through it. I didn't really learn that much. And then joke's on me now, because now I live in Southern California. I'm still very yellow, apparently. Oh, it's getting nighttime. It's getting nighttime. Gonna need to make a camp pretty soon. Sleep till morning. All right, almost to where I need to be though. This is another one of the spawn locations, and it's one of my favorites. This is probably my favorite. You know what? I like the mountain spawn the best, but this is a cool spawn location, and a lot of people overlook this tool here. But if you see this cluster of skulls, it's where you get the shock baton or the stun baton. Such a cool weapon. Like, such a cool weapon. So there you go. I don't know what you're saying there, Master of Food. Not entirely sure. I don't know Spanish. I know a little Spanish, like muy pequeño. I don't know if I even said that right. But I know enough to be conversational here in Southern California to, like, order food or, like, get around and stuff like that. But, yeah, like, I wish I knew more Spanish. I really do. If you're taking language in school, don't screw around. Actually, like, take that language and learn it, because it's worthwhile later in life. Cool. Is that a soda or an energy drink? Pop that one real fast. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a stick. I love the noises that you hear on the first night. Like, you're not in any danger on your first night in Sons of the Forest, but they will mess with me, and I love that. I know what caca means down bad. I definitely know that. Aw, but I wanna be. Such a cool weapon for a few tries. That's valid. Very, very valid. Alright, well, let's crash out the normal way. But yeah, so I hopefully in the morning, a lot of times when I wake up, there's like totems around me on the first day, and so they mess with you. All right, hang on. Let's go ahead and make the rest of our armor here. So we need, oh, we also need to eat some food. Let's eat one of these MREs here. Latin brings good times. 17 dragonfishes. Latin increases your vocabulary. Oh yeah, no, I'm very familiar down bad. Oh, it's raining. It's a raining. Just having my oyster and MRE breakfast, washed down with an energy drink. All right, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. So I only got 3 pieces. So guys are trying to get my stream all adult on TikTok today, aren't you, YouTube? It's all good. Doesn't matter. We play Sons of the Forest, so it's already recognizing it. All right, just a little bit more armor to keep ourselves a little safe. Good to go for now. We can also make a repair tool and a crafted club, so let's go ahead and make those. Am I missing tape? Nope, not tape. Rope. Love this weapon. Alright, and then we can also do our repair tool. We might as well do that. So we'll do rope, a rock, and a stick. I don't know 17, man. I like taking Latin. I thought it was fun. I definitely thought it was a fun class to take. All right, put the modern axe on 2, machete on 1. Anything else I need to put out? No, I think I'm good for now. We'll put the nades on 7. And we need to get a lot more cloth. All right, we're going to a place where we're going to get a lot of cloth here. So we're good to go. Let's head on this way. What about poutine? Man, now I want poutine. That used to be like my wife and I's favorite like comfort meal was poutine. And I used to like make homemade fries in the air fryer, and like we'd make our own cheese curd. Well, we wouldn't make our own cheese curd, but I'd fry cheese curds and stuff like that. It was so good. I love poutine. Like nothing will beat a good poutine in my mind. Look at those salmon jumping up the waterfall. I've never noticed that before. Look at that detail. That's an awesome detail in Sons of the Forest. The salmon are jumping upstream. That's so cool. That's so legit. I mean, they're spawning out of nowhere, which is really weird, but that is awesome. You used to know 4 languages? Henry, what are you talking about? Like, what languages are you talking about? And then YouTube, what are you guys talking about? Because I just see Master of Food's message saying, what are you talking about? And I have no idea what you guys are talking about at this point. I do appreciate how I've... Oh, is that... Yeah, okay. I knew there was one up here. I'm almost at a hang glider, which is going to, like, drastically speed up our travel time. This, if this location looks familiar, this is where I built the first one. The first base legend mega base in Sons of the Forest was at this location. Welcome back and goodbye again, King. Am I recording at a different location? Yeah, so we multi-stream, Gavin. So I'm multi-streaming currently. I got 2 feeds running on YouTube. I got 1 feed on TikTok, and then I got 1 on Twitch too. But we try to get around, and then I'm trying to get our follower count up on Facebook. And then we were going to stream on Facebook. I want to get a stream going on X soon, too. That's why we have the blue check mark on X. It's probably the only reason why I paid that money. And then also, what's the other one? Trovo? I think we're going to try to do a Trovo one, too. Right? Exactly. I've never noticed one of the fish going up the streams before. That is, like, one of the coolest little details I have ever seen in Sons of the Forest. And I'm super happy that I found that. Like, that's going to be a short. I'm pretty happy about it. Should have put that work into replayability. I mean, you're not wrong. You're 100% right about that 17 dragonfishes. I agree with that. I love this game, but it is definitely one of those games that, like, after doing a couple bases in this, I've moved past, you know? And so, yeah. I hear what you're saying. Oh, too low, too low, too low. That was way too low. In case you didn't hear my screams of saying too low, too low, too low. All right, I need to actually get some real speed here. So hang on, let me go down the mountain, then I'll go up. They are down bad. So I got 2 YouTube chats going. And if you're, I don't know if you're in the horizontal feed or the vertical feed, but yeah, there's a few other people in the other YouTube feed there. Oh, the background behind me, I don't have my colored lights on because I'm using my webcam today instead of my DSLR, and my DSLR has much better picture quality. So I have these colored lights that I typically always use, and that's what you're noticing is my lack of lighting today. All right, am I heading the right way now? Yep. And I actually got the altitude to make it happen. Yep. Okay, not going to go too low this time. There we go. All right, this hopefully should get us partially up that way. See if it can get us all the way, though. Huh, interesting. All right, that one was planned. Just so everybody knows that one was planned. I didn't want to keep going with the glider. All right, glider stashed. All right, where's the path? There's like one path to get up to this cave, but this is always the first cave that I go to. Yeah, it was really big on TikTok for a while there, Gavin. So you've probably seen some of the creator ads for it. But it's like this like EV 4K like webcam or something like that. It works really well. I got a good deal on it. It's definitely not the best webcam that I've ever used, but I got a good deal on it, you know? So can't complain about that. All right, let's get it moving. We're almost there. I love going up into the mountains and getting snowblind. Like, it is ridiculous when it happens for the first time, but like I've built a base up here and building in the day sucks. But okay, so this is the first cave that I always go to because right outside the cave is one of the most useful assets in the entire game if you struggle with holding on to food. Yeah, Down Bad should join the other chat. They're encouraging you to jump to the other chat, Down Bad. Just saying. All right, but this over here, the can opener, that tool is so important. And it doesn't seem that important, but like canned food is so easy to find in this game. But if you don't know how to open it, you can't use it. And so, yeah. And then again, this is the first cave that I always go check out is this one right here. You don't have to smash into it. There's no enemies inside of it. I think you get your first blueprint in here too. But there's a ton of like cloth and other just miscellaneous stuff in here. And it is just a super useful cave. I'm cold, though. Wait, what was that? That right next to the beach spawn is a can opener? There is? What are you talking about? Because I was at beach spawn, and I've been to beach spawn hundreds of times, and I have never found it. I know that there's a, across the way, there's a, what's it called? Across the way is the machete and a bunch of items. But, like, are you serious? There's a can opener over there? How have I never seen that? How have I never known about this can opener? I'm gonna have to go check this out. Because this kind of upsets me a little bit. Don't like that. What? What? Well, all right, we're heading to beach spawn right now. I mean, now that we've cleared out this cave and we've gotten everything else done, we're heading to beach spawn like this moment. I'm cold and wet. Accurate. All right. Got 3 more of these to make. It's behind a rock on the shore. Are you sure you're not talking about the rock that's over by... Oh, wait. No, that is... I know what you're talking about. I feel like an idiot, but I know exactly the rock that you're talking about. And I'm not even going to ask you to show it to me because I'm just going to fly right there right now. Because, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel like an idiot. You're right. You don't need to go all the way out to that cave to get a... Oh, what's it called? Yeah, Bob's talking about the exact same one. Bob's talking about the exact same one that you're talking about, Master Food. And so here, let me just go to it right now. Actually, you know what? Let me get. I should get the handgun first. Let me get the handgun first, which takes me like a minute. Every time that I've done this, I've been able to keep my hang glider, and so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to keep my hang glider here. We'll find out, though. We'll find out here. Oh, no, I know exactly the spot that you're talking about because there's a cooking pot over there. There's a radio. There's even, I think, a couple grenades and explosives. The stun gun, that's inside one of the caves, but I do have the stun baton. I do have that one. All right, come on, world, spawn. We gotta like thread the needle here. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, sir. I'm gonna go straight to that rock. I thought it was over here though. I thought it was like a rock right there on the shore, because this is not the spawn, but this is still. We're gonna go by that rock, and I'm gonna check it out. All right, so let's see if we can pull this off. Typically, I don't pull it off from coming down the mountain. I jump off of this cliff over here. But here we go. All right, so slow down. Well, we're going to find out. Oh, come on, don't lag, don't lag. Not right now. Bam. There we go. That's one way to do it. Sucks that that kind of went all the way over there. But yeah. Well, that was nice. Hey, friend. Sucks to suck. Alright, where's my shark? There he is. Hey, friend. I want my hang glider back. So let's get it done. It won't let me take it. Alright, no worries. No worries. We'll have to walk the rest of the way. I think there's another one that spawns kind of over on the beach. Or I might just spawn one in. Shark got me. Got one bite on me at least. I think he only took away a piece of armor though. Am I Canadian? No. No, I am American. I married a Canadian. So, I don't know if that means anything. Does it? Okay, so this is not the rock that you're talking about. Well, either way, that's the rock that I'm heading to. And then, as much as I don't want to use console commands on this playthrough, I might spawn in another glider. But anyway, that's my little tip for how to find the glider, or to how to get to the pistol really fast. Dude, Shotgun Henry is my favorite weapon in this game. Once I get the shotgun in this, I'm like completely unstoppable. Alright, turn that off. Don't need another cooking pot. Some ammo. A watch. What I really need is coins. That's what I really need right now, is just cash money. Sounds good, 17 Dragonfishes. You have a great rest of your day. Also, I sent you a list of games to check out. So do so when you can, sir. Alright, you know what? I'm a little sad about losing my hang glider, so I'm going to go ahead and spawn in just one hang glider. You got a fan, 17 Dragonfishes. Alright, let me go ahead and get up here. I'll spawn in one hang glider, and that'll be the extent of me using the console commands for right now. Oh boy. Any tips for finding lots of ammo in certain spots? Look for the Gianu camps. They look like military camps, but they're not. They're just private mercenary camps and stuff like that. But look for red plumes of smoke, and then every time that you spawn in like a new spawn, like not a new playthrough, but like you log back into your save, unless you've toggled the option, crates and things like that refill themselves. And so that's typically how I find the most ammo possible. Also, the final VIP bunker has a ton of ammo, but you'll get there eventually. Actually, wait, no, you said you already beat the game. Alright, am I up on the ledge? There we go. Alright, this is the ledge we'll jump off of. Alright, hang on, let me just do this real quick. Just real quick. Really? Didn't activate? There we go. What is it? Add item glider. Nope, that wasn't right. Spawn item glider. There it is. Okay. All right. I want to go find this rock that you're talking about, Master of Food. It would be helpful if I actually jumped off the front of this thing, so let's go ahead and do it. But I'm off to go find this rock. I deserve it. For that one shot, I deserve it. You know, I'm probably by the next time I stream Sons of the Forest, I'm just gonna be like, screw this, I'm just gonna go through and go hard with it. And all, like, it's just gonna be constant. I went way too low on that. Went way too low. But see, pushing it back to shore. Not gonna spawn another one. Went way too low on that one. That was just a bad drop. Are you caught on the rocks? Don't be caught on the rock. Did I lose my other glider? There we go. Come on. Come on now. Get back here. Okay. Gimme. What's the best base location in Sons of the Forest? Lucas, we've actually made a couple videos about this. And it's actually the one of my Sons of the Forest videos is going to be our first video to break 100,000 views. And so if you're looking for base locations, just go to YouTube and type best base locations Sons of the Forest, and you'll see my face on two videos. One video, the other one's got Virginia and Kelvin on it. But yeah, check out that video. I've outlined probably about 20 locations in this game that are just amazing locations. And so yeah, if you're looking for spots to build, I got you covered. I need a rock to jump off of. But I might as well come over here and check out anything over here. A little rope. It's handy, I need rope, so. Fun. You know what, Master of Food, I could have just done add all items if I really, really, really wanted to give myself an easy time. Just like start running around with the shotgun in like the first cave. But no, not gonna go that far. I want to know, like, is this just supposed to be like a lookout tower? Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing that's what it's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be a lookout tower. There's a few locations that I'm a big fan of in this game. I found this one location. If you check out the second video of our location guide, it's actually the one that performs better too. If you check out that video, it's called the Private Grotto. And oh my gosh, it is my favorite location in the entire game. It's 3 levels. It's got a waterfall in the middle of it. It's like it was designed to be built on. And so I'm a big fan of that one. That's over it's over the VIP bunker is where you're going to find that location. Okay. Let's not be dumb about this. And let's try it again. Good build in the contest, by the way, Master Food. I will go ahead and give you some props there. You deserve them. I never come along the back end of the cliffs here. There's a hang glider over there too. I could have just used. Oh well. That's a nice little beach. As I said, I never like check out these locations back here on this cliff face, because typically all the fun stuff is on this. Pluh! What was that, King? Why are we saying pluh? Alright, I'm gonna find this rock. Because we're approaching the spawn very soon, and I'm gonna find this rock that you're talking about, Master of Food. Okay, so you're saying it's behind a rock over on the spawn. Let me get a little more height. Because I think I might, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I might have found it once. I thought it was that location that's over by the pistol, but you guys I mean, you saw me check. It's definitely not that one, and you guys corrected me when I suggested that one. But either way, I don't think I've ever found this rock directly. Like, repeatedly, I should say. I think I've found it just once. Oh, I know exactly the spot that you're looking for, or that you're talking about there, Lucas. It's over by where the golf course. Well, just give it a little bit of time, buddy. Is that the rock? That looked like the rock. Give it a little bit of time, King. I think that you did a great build. Like, I really liked it, and I like that that somebody went with a game like Prison Architect, as opposed to just doing like a Minecraft. Like, there's nothing wrong with Minecraft, and Master Food did Minecraft, so I'll give him credit on that one. But I'll say that I like when people go like outside of the norm, you know, and they do different games for a challenge, like building a house. Like, yeah, I thought that was cool. I wish I could take some of these dudes' helmets. It makes sense, right? It's at the tip of the nub part of the beach. Okay. Going to the tip of the nub. Supposedly there's a rock up on this side over by spawn. And behind the rock is a bunch of gear. Apparently it's right here. And there's a can opener over here, and I've never found the can opener before. And so I have stumbled onto this location right here. I don't know if this is it. I still think it was a good build, dude. I think it's awesome. But let's see here. See if this is any more fruitful. It doesn't look like we're finding anything else over here. Guess that was not the rock, but there's other rocks on this beach. Was that it, Master of Food? Did I just overlook it? Because I'll keep checking some of these other rocks. I was all optimistic when I found that like collection of loot. But now I'm not seeing anything else. See, I thought that was legendary. I thought it was really cool to see Prison Architect in there. Either way, that was it. And I just overlooked the can opener. I guess I already have a can opener, so it's just not spawned because I already have a can opener. All right, let's get the rebreather real quick. What time is it? All right, got 20-ish minutes to get the rebreather. So we'll go ahead and get it done real fast. Love it. I got to remember that next time. That's the one that I always go for, Lucas, is the can opener at the snow spawn. That's definitely the one that I always go for. Why are we freezing, game? That's kind of what I'm thinking, is that maybe no more can openers spawn after you already have a can opener. That kind of makes the most sense. Man, a little bit of lag here getting into our first cave, my god. Yeah, right, Jinx. Alright, switch over to our flashlight here. Start collecting some of this stuff. I wish you could pick up some of the lights in this game like that. I should be able to pick it up in addition to carrying it. Alright, entertainment bunker, that'll be next. I like the first cave, man. Like the rebreather cave. I love this cave. Like, what a great introduction into this world. Agreed. Agreed, Lucas. I feel like snow is the best spawn because of how everything starts with it. Like, you can get up to the snow cave really quickly. Then you can get over and get the, like, stun baton and a few other things very fast. Like it is one of my personal favorite caves. Yummy. All right, hang on. Do I have? No. I have not taken the time to put this on a bar yet. What a great game. I used to have all the caves like really memorized and like knew exactly like what I needed to do and stuff like that. The gyrocopter mod, I need to do some modded Sons of the Forest. There's a lot of Sons of the Forest mods out there that are super fun that I would love to spend some time doing, but have not invested in. Bag it up. Don't mess with me. I only have like one shot of ammo right now. This is gonna sound weird, but this is typically how I do it. Because the first cave is just such a pain. But you lead them all the way back there. That's the rebreather down this way, but we're gonna go this way first to go get the couple of the artifacts. How long do I do lives for? Typically 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on how our viewership's going, depending on how the chat's flowing, etc. But typically just 2 hours. We found that that's kind of the sweet spot for channel growing because it allows me enough time to like work on the channel. You know what I mean? Wow, that actually worked out really, really well. It allows me enough time to work on the channel while simultaneously continuing the streaming aspects. So yeah. Haha! I win. I used to have the caves memorized. I used to. I definitely don't anymore. There's a handful of them that I could do very, very, very quickly. Rebreather is one of them that I can do very, very quickly. Just because of how straightforward Rebreather is. Like, Rebreather is you go down 2 paths. You know? And then there's like, one path takes you to an artifact, and the other path takes you not to an artifact. Like, it takes you to the Rebreather. Come on, get up there. In which cave are 2 pieces of meat on a plank right after a short crouching part? That's the rifle cave, right? Because I know there's meat on a plank at the beginning of this one, but that's not what you're talking about. Because it's not after a short crouching part. Come on now. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Nope, wrong way. Gotta get our artifact piece real fast. Once a guy I know. That's pretty cool. We our record in one stream is 46 subs. And it was a Sons of the Forest stream. I do get the stun gun. I definitely get the stun gun. But I always go this way first. Well, I mean, I guess there's another path here too. So I'll go back and I double back and get the stun gun. But I typically, I will go and get the artifact first. Because the stun gun is above me in this climbing spot where there's enemies. And so you need to move a little bit quicker. You'll see what I'm talking about right here, but I'm going to pop up and there's going to be 2 creepers just right above me. Did I get it right? Wow. There you go, Master of Food. I know my Sons of the Forest. Or at least I pretend to know my Sons of the Forest. But as I said, there's going to be 2 creepers right there waiting for me. So I got to dodge them. There's fingers. And then go this way. See the radio? But the first cave, in my opinion, and this is obviously just my opinion, but the first cave is more about rushing through as opposed to doing things like stealthily and like trying to kill all the monsters. Because exactly what you're saying, this cave is such a pain at the beginning. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Put it away. I've been followed by that fingers all the way back here before. And so I'm trying to make sure that I don't have a fingers following me. Which is super weird to say out of context. See? See? There you go. There you go, Master Food. I know what I'm talking about sometimes. Emphasis on sometimes. Alright. Before we rush back here, let's have a little snacky snack. Yum. Delicious. We'll eat something else too. Have an energy bar. Where can you find the NVG? You're going to need to spell out what NVG stands for, sir. Because I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about. Geological coordinates. Again, I'll be able to help you out, but I'm not sure what you're referring to with NVG. Screw that, baby. Forget that, baby. Alright, I'm going to need to replace a flashlight. Oh, wait, yeah, batteries replace automatically on this one. Alright, there's our radio. Always leave the radio on so you can follow it around. There's fingers. Alright, I'll check out chat in just a second, guys. I got to rush past some dudes. And as weird as this is going to sound, I have to rush past a lot of dudes twice. Okay, and then... Nope, not quite. We're almost there. Almost there. Ah, the night vision goggles. Ha ha ha. I know what you're talking about now. I can't remember where night vision goggles are, to be honest with you. If I remember correctly, they're at a Gianu camp. And I think I've even filmed a video of where they're at without knowing that they were there. So I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I vaguely remember that. Yeah, that's kind of the best thing to do. Look for dead bodies is where you're going to find ammo in the most abundance. So again, just look for dead bodies. There's a twins down here, isn't there? If I remember correctly. No, I think I'm thinking of a different cave. Hang on, we'll look at the chat in just a sec. Yep, there we go. End of the rebreather cave. There you go. Didn't kill a single monster. Alright, how do you find the ammo? Is it just... Yeah, okay. So yeah, just look for dead bodies, Matthew. That's the best thing to do, is just look for dead soldier bodies. I cannot remember the night vision goggles, man. They are in a camp. It's a Gianu camp? Okay. That makes me feel better that I at least remembered that part of it. Alright, don't need any rocks like that. Let's hop down here. So I don't think I have any coins or enough coins. If I did, I'd take out the shark. But I don't have the coins, so I don't think that I can make a timed mine unless I find them. So let's see. Because a Molotov isn't going to do it, right? You're right. I do remember that video, Master of Food. I do remember you filming that video to prove me wrong. You were right about that, sir. I remember that. Yup, it's at a tribal camp. Or not a tribal, cannibal camp. I remember that now. You're right. You're 100% right. So, I don't know. Have you guys done this achievement yet? If you take one of the limbs... Oh, did I eat that? Didn't mean to eat that. Didn't mean to eat the body part. Whoops. That was accidental. Oh well. I'll have to take some medicine in just a minute. But so there's a shark in the water, right? Now, this is a little fun Easter egg here if you've never seen it. So if you take a limb and then you throw it. Hang on, I gotta remember how to throw it. No, don't put it away. Yeah, you see the shark over there? I'm trying to remember how to throw these, or how to throw an object in my hand. There it is. So you can throw the arm in the water, and then watch what happens with the shark. It's pretty cool, actually. It's a little cool Easter egg. There you go, King. They were in a cave, but they updated them. That makes me feel so much better, Lucas. Are you gonna do it, Sharky? He might be lining up for it right now. No, he's not gonna do it. That's unfortunate. Normally that shark will jump out of the water and eat the body parts that you throw into it. So on a skeleton sitting on a couch in today's... I remember that. Yeah, I definitely remember all of that, Master of Food. Surprised that I kind of forgot it. Drink the soda. Yay, free wire. Alright, well, I don't think that I have a timed mine, which kind of makes me not want to go out this way. Do I have any? I have no coins. Oh, wait, I do have coins. I have 5 coins. Is that enough? Yes, it's exactly enough. I need to make this the perfect throw. Okay, and then wires and then tape. What am I missing? Watch. There it is. It's probably one of my favorite build. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Right and left. Yep, thank you. Yep. That's what I always do every time that I go to throw one of the arms. Is I end up eating it first. I always have to be a little cannibal in this game, right? All right, Sharky, I get 1 shot at this. I missed. Yeah, I totally missed. That's unfortunate. Don't really want to waste one of these. Let's see if I can take him out like this. I know you can just swim past, but I like to blow up the shark instead. There he goes. Yeah, have some to eat, bud. Go low. Nah, not low enough. It's this one, right? It's down here. That shark messed my day up the first time I went through here in early access. Hey, Henry. All right, well, you've been here for forever. What am I talking about? Wasted those coins, though. I do love how you can replace the rebreather canister underwater in this one, as opposed to the first game, where you're kind of stuck with your rebreather. And like if you go underwater and you haven't replaced it, like you could drown very, very quickly, you know? So either way. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got to load the outside world here. That's what's happening. Loading the outside world. Oh, it's nighttime. That's why this sucks so much out here. All right, use the map. Let's get back. I was wondering, I was like, why is it such like pitch black out here? It's nighttime. That's why. How come I'm wasting resources like this? Because grenades are a dime a dozen, Master of Food. Like this is the little trick that I have always done. Is just like I've never really worried about those resources first day because there's so many of them. And then I'm going to be going over here and putting up a little tent right next to the spawn. So that way, when I come back in, I'll get a couple more grenades. So, anywho, that'll do it for me, guys. I'll probably finish this playthrough of Sons of the Forest over the next couple of days. or weeks, just because it's such a damn good game. Like it's such a good game. Sons of the Forest, totally underrated. Like totally underrated game. Sorry, if I'm gonna spend a night on the beach with Kelvin, I'm gonna make sure that we actually have a nice little tent, right? And so let's do this properly. I thought there was a way to kind of make a big pitch tent, but I guess I'm wrong about that. Yep, because I'm going to act it. Yep, that's unfortunate. All right, hang on. Let me see if I can fix this, because I don't want to just give up on this. Give me my tart back. Oops. That's what I meant to do. Yeah, there's the pitch tent. And then I should be able to do another one next to it. Don't need to. I'm just having some fun at this point. I keep streaming. I wish, Henry. I got stuff that I got to do. I'm a dad, man. I want to go hang out with my kids a little bit. Which I think is fun. Like, I approach streaming like it's a job. Just because it's a job for me, you know? Yeah, but look at how much nicer that tent is than like the little lean-to one that you create and all that. Just in my personal opinion. But either way, that's kind of where my head's at with it. Utility. Wait, no, I don't want utility. Where am I going? I need to go over to this side. It's been way too long since I've actually done this. Okay, fine. But yeah, I wish I could keep streaming, but got stuff that I want to get done. Man, didn't work that well. That worked, though. There we go. That's what I needed. Just going to set up a little fire here. That's kind of why I'm trying to set this up right now, Master of Food. Because I'm in the same boat. There we go. I love crafting and building in this game. Like it's one of the more rewarding ones, in my opinion, to do it in. Like just super rewarding. Yeah. Rest for a little bit, Kelvin. All right, everybody. Well, this is where I'm going to call it. Have some steaks ready for me when I come back in here. Thank you guys for dealing with all of these ridiculous tech issues we had right at the beginning of the stream. Really appreciate all of you guys for holding on through that nonsense. But I will be back next time. Let me go ahead. I should delete one of these. Let's get rid of this playthrough. I don't need that playthrough anymore. All right, well, there you go. And then next time when I get back into Sons of the Forest, we'll go ahead and do some of the other caves and all that other fun stuff. But either way, you have a great rest of your night.